Love you. Morning everyone. Saturday the 29th. I'm just having breakfast with my beautiful daughter.
Hi, Daddy.
Say hi.
Hi.
And we're about to go get my monthly blood test. So all the work that we've been putting in over the month, fingers crossed, the microlocans hasn't come back and my CPK levels are still down. So we're about to go get this done. We're just having breakfast and then we're going to shoot off to the GP. Yo, what's up guys? Dave Campbell here. So this is my last vlog. I couldn't think of a better way to end my series than where it all begun, in my truck. Yeah, so I had my test last week and I got my results back on Tuesday, and I've kind of had a couple of days to digest my results, and to be completely honest with you, I was a little bit worried at first. As we talked about in previous videos, your average CPK level was just under 300, 290, and mine come in slightly elevated at 500. So my GP, a bit worried just due to my history with rhabdo, but he knew how serious I was about training, so he referred me to a sports medicine practitioner, and I got to speak to them yesterday, and thankfully they put my mind at ease. First question they asked me was, did I train on Friday? And I said yes. And they said, well, that explains your slightly elevated results. 500, you're not in that rhabdo range, but it takes about 72 hours after a training for your CPK levels to go back to normal. So it kind of like put my mind at ease, and we went on discussing, you know, my exercise and my training, and he was quite happy with what we had been doing. One tip he did give us though is that during my weightlifting, just to wear a belt, just to help support my core, and just a precaution, just until I, you know, develop those muscles and get stronger. Also, he asked about my diet, and I explained to him, you know, being a truck driver, I'm just gonna take off my glasses. Being a truck driver out on the road, it's not the best diet. We, you know, a lot of fast food, and we pull up where we can. So he kind of like said, you know, if you think about your truck, you know, in order to get the best out of your truck, you know, you have to put in the best fuel, the best oil. So that goes the same just for your body. You know, what you fuel your body up with, you know, food wise, diet wise, you want to put in the best to get the best out of your body, the best performance you can. So he told me just to add a multivitamin and magnesium, just to, you know, help with what I'm not getting already out of my diet, and to start concentrating on eating healthier. So I'm going to try and incorporate that. But in regards to my training, he was quite happy with what we're doing, and just keep plodding along and keep doing what we're doing. So it was awesome news. It was really good to get his advice, and I'm looking forward to implementing a lot to do with my diet, just as much as what I'm doing with my training. So I just want to address some questions that I've been getting, and it's been cool, you know, getting a few comments, but more so direct messages, and it's been cool hearing your guys' stories and getting advice off you guys. But the main question that I've been getting or been asked is, did CrossFit do this to me? CrossFit didn't do this to me. CrossFit is just my chosen sport. Rhabdo can happen from a combination of things. Like we talked about in the past, you know, from lack of diet, from lack of sleep, your diet, not listening to your body when you train. Obviously it's a breakdown of muscle tissue, but it has to be a combination of all these things, and CrossFit is just my chosen sport. But if you research Rhabdo, you know, it happens across the board, and you know, marathon runners, cyclists, in your commercial gym, you know, training by yourself in a spin class, and you know, gridiron players, MMA fighters. It happens across the board, but it's a rare condition that happens from a combination of those things, and that's just exercise induced, but it's, you know, a rare thing that occurs. And you know, I love CrossFit. I'm not competitive in CrossFit, but I love the CrossFit lifestyle and the aspects CrossFit brings to my life, with my work-life balance. You know, being a young family, you know, it keeps me fit. You know, my kids enjoy it, my wife enjoys it. I just love the community, the box, you know, which leads into my next question. Where do I train? I train in a box in Sydney, Australia called Weevil Park CrossFit. I'm a bit biased, but I think, you know, our box is one of the best in the business. Our owners and our coaches are the best in the business. They always put our members first, and if you can tell by our video, our box facilities is, you know, all kitted out in Rogue, and it's one of the, you know, best facilities in southwest Sydney. So if you're ever in the area, you know, pop in, walk in, come meet our owners. You know, it would be awesome to have, you know, different flavors in the box. It would be awesome to have yous in the box, but that's where I train. And leading on to my last one, yeah, I've been getting a lot of questions about my training. I can only talk from my CrossFit and my program, but you know, like you've been watching in the videos, if I had like an AMRAP, I would always have to have a minute rest after every round, regardless. And my rep scheme was sometimes scaled, but definitely my movements were to cater around my Rhabdo. So I haven't done any kipping pull-ups, any kipping chest to bars. Everything's been strict. For example, I've just done strict pull-ups at a lower rep scheme. My box jumps, I had to do step-ups for a while, but now I've just incorporated jumping up but stepping down. And like obviously anything like, you know, ab mat sit-ups or GHD sit-ups, I just do something like plank holds or something like that, or shoulder taps. But yeah, definitely scaled movements, and a lot of rest. Like I did a lot of EMON stuff, working for 30 seconds and resting for the other 30, or 2 minutes on, 2 minutes off. So working for 2 minutes and then 2 minutes off. Yeah, you guys kind of like can get a grasp from my videos of what type of training I've been doing. Obviously after weightlifting, you know, giving myself the proper rest in between sets. And now I'm gonna start incorporating using a belt just as a precaution. But that's basically it. I just wanted to, you know, make these videos. And when I researched Rhabdo, I didn't, prior to me getting Rhabdo, I didn't, you know much about it. But you know, upon researching it, I never really seen much post Rhabdo. Everyone was just like, you know, telling me to rest, but I didn't really want to rest. Like, you know, 4 months is a long time for me not doing anything active. So I really just wanted to put this out there just to say it can be done, and all in due time. Once you figure out what your body is capable of doing, you know, whether it's, you know, 4 days a week, you know, 2 days a week, 1 day a week, as long as you're doing something, I assure you in due time that you'll come good again. You don't have to lift heavy weights to get strong. You can all do it on light weights and, you know, under tension and tempo. So you know, thank you for watching my videos, and like, these are always going to be up here. So in the future, if you're watching this, if you're sitting in your hospital bed and you just got Rhabdo, just know you'll be able to overcome it in due time. And I thank you for your messages of support. I'm sorry to all my friends and family on Insta and Facebook for spamming you this last month with all my videos. But yeah, peace, train smart, go get it.